Hi, this is Wendy. This is part two of War of the Minds and the Battle of Heart Deep. Look, the second one is about your internal warring minds. This is about the negative, thoughtless mind patterns that we have that often put us down. Like we undermine our own value, our own worth, our own future. And it's caused and I guess created through our conditioning. Sometimes it's our upbringings, sometimes it's a lot of the time it's society things, the social media, the things we see on television, the perfect stuff that we see that we are not, all that trickery that's out there. So they want us to believe that we're supposed to be perfect, that we're supposed to have the perfect life, the perfect man or woman partner, that we're meant to be like others and have the perfect car. And so there's this creeping in of a thought that goes, I'm not like that, I haven't got that. And so that's the war of the minds they're creating out there and that creates on the inside. So now that you know that, you can start taking control of your thoughts and understanding that I don't need to think that anymore. I don't need to be that and so that's the war that you're waging against outside, but you're doing it in the internal realm. So it's where every thought, action, feeling, emotion is considered and carried out with love and care and compassion for yourself and for others. So it's not about walking around in those fairy thoughts and love and light and letting people walk all over you. It's standing your ground. So let's say, for example, you've got teenagers who have broken the rules of the house, the values that you've set, then you are chastising them, but with love, values, thoughtfulness, kindness, care, consideration, but you're setting your grounds. You're setting your ground rules. So, and you're describing why you're chastising them, because for their well-being and their goodness, and for the values that you've set. So it's not about ignoring the evil, ignoring the negative, ignoring all that. It's about the way you respond, because the war of the minds is about responding with care, consideration, values, and that's the way we win. That's the way we win the war. And so when we start to be proactive and positive about living by the heart and with heart-based thoughts, we're connecting to our soul and to our strength, that internal strength that you have. So this is part two, War of the Minds, and the battle for hearts deep, or is heart deep actually. So, sorry, pun about Lord of the Rings stuff. I've been watching it again lately. Anyway, but it's actually, when I thought about it, there's a lot of analogies there. So anyway, take care, everyone. Have a really awesome day. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning here in New Zealand, and have a look for part 3 of 4 of the War of the Minds, and we'll go a little bit deeper and more pragmatic about how do you then live your life in the workplace, with family, with toxic people, and all the different situations that come into our lives with your heart-based, soul-based actions. So the reality of it all. Okay, take care. Talk soon. Bye.